Hi guys, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well, right? So all of you had your lunch, everyone. Lunch gets over or not, all of you, right? So here we'll be continuing our. We are here to discuss about this one, right? Importance of strength of materials in civil engineering, right? How much important it is, right? Whether it is important or not important, right? We should know that, okay? Right. So before that, if you just observe, these are all GATE 2024 rankers, right? 7 rankers, those who have secured AAR1 from this Unacademy, you can say. Now, we started now, right? Now, so these are the latest batches started, right? 30th May, Pratigna batch for this 2025 civil engineering, right? Air pollution and control by KP sir at 5:30 p.m. It was started on 30th May only. But what is that? Strength of material by myself. Every day it will be at this 8:30 p.m. Starting from which one? Starting from which date? If you just observe, starting from this is 7th June, right? 07/06/24. Okay. So starting from which one? This is 7th June. Yeah, Shruti, good afternoon. Right. So what is that referral code you have to use, right? Whenever you are enrolling for any courses, RP Civil is the code you have to use, right? And this Pratigna batch for this 2025 ES, right? What is the ES? You can say environmental science also started on which one? This is same day. But here air pollution and control only will be started, right? So the SOM is not there in that environmental science syllabus now. So what is that enrollment code you have to use for every course? RP Civil. So this is a new, that is foundation batch for this 2026 civil engineering aspirants, right? 2025 which one? This is a civil engineering aspirants, if you just observe, right? Is not? No. So what is that? 30th May only it is started. So air pollution and control by KPSR started on the same 30th May only. Strength of material by myself, starting from which date? You can say from tomorrow, right? From tomorrow, from 7/6/24, you can say, right? So what is that code you have to use? If you just observe, that RP Civil is the code you have to use, you can say, right? So these are all the list of books you'll be getting, printed books within 15 days of your subscription for the iconic courses. Those who are taking iconic courses only will get that, right? Plus subscription will not be getting these physical printed books. Okay. Now coming to this importance of strength of materials in which one you can say civil engineering, right? So tell me, is this strength of materials important first of all? Is this strength of materials important, everyone? It is important or it is not important? Yes, absolutely, 100% it is important, right? So whenever all these related things, right? What are the things related to this? If you just observe here, what are the things related to this? You can say, if you just consider, right here, first, that civil engineering is based on which one? Yeah, okay. So that civil engineering, if you just observe, mainly we are, whenever somebody says civil engineer, so what is the role of a civil engineer? You can say construction, is not? Civil engineer means, that fellow will be building the bridges, that fellow will be building the roads, that fellow will be building the structures, right? Like that, na? No? So construction is the main duty of civil engineer, right? Whenever you wanted to go for this construction, what are the main important things? First of all, analysis is important, and this design is also very important. Without this analysis and design, can you able to construct a road? Can you able to construct a bridge? Can you able to construct a RCC structure, wooden structure, steel structures, that mobile tower and everything? Anything can you construct without this analysis and design parts? Tell me. Any structure. Any structure, tell me. Hello? Any structure can you able to construct without this? Tell me. We cannot be able to construct any structures without these. Now, if you just observe, is that without what is that you can say? Without this analysis and this design, we cannot construct any structure absolutely. Is not for the construction of your civil engineering structures, you require analysis. What is the meaning of this analysis? Tell me. Analysis is nothing but your calculation of these forces, right? Which forces you can say? Design forces, right? These are the forces for which purpose? Tell me. These are the forces for this design, right? Like shear force, bending moment, so these axial loads, right? Twisting moment, right? As now, and also we'll be calculating which one these deflections possible. So that is also analysis. Using these design forces, we'll be designing, right? What is the meaning of this designing? You can say we will be selecting the dimensions as well as which one this dimensions as well as what is that we are doing? Tell me. Material also will be selecting. Now here comes the material, right? So if it is a road construction, right? Transportation engineering wala road construction, transportation engineering, if you just observe, whenever it is a road construction, right? So for this road, different materials are required enough. So what are these different materials are required? Concrete is required. Yeah, Tasneem, good afternoon. So for this, which are the materials required for this road construction? Tell me. Cement is required, cement, concrete is required, right? As na soil behavior you have to understand, right? Elasticity, right? Various mechanical properties you have to understand definitely, na bitumen. Various mechanical properties you have to understand, or not? Ductility, elasticity, and all these things we have to identify definitely, na. Without knowing these mechanical properties, can we able to decide whether this particular structure, this particular material with these properties will be useful or not? We cannot be able to identify that elasticity, ductility, hardness, impact, is not toughness. So these kind of properties, all these properties are important. Right? Now, if you wanted to know where you will be learning all these properties, tell me. All these properties introduction you will be learning in strength of materials. Okay. If you wanted to understand this road construction, road is design, strength of materials is pakka or not? We should know the behavior of this strength of materials definitely or not? So for transportation engineering, that strength of materials is compulsory, you can say. Isn't it, everyone? And in case only for a road, or in case of these bridges also, if you just observe, in case of this bridges design also, for transportation purpose, bridges design also. So what is that we are having? Tell me. Various, what you are having, right? Various elements of this bridge you are having. So what are these elements of this bridge you are having? You can say that is your pier you are having, and also what is it you are having? Girders you are having, and also, right, what is it? Girders or these beams you can say. And what is another element, main element you are having? That is your slab. Here what will be doing? Tell me. Will be designing this pier for this axial load. Girders and beams will be designing for which one? This bending moment and this shear force. So how can you know this bending moment and this shear force? This slab also will be designing for this shear force and this bending moment considerations. And this, whenever the foundations are there, right, they will be designed for this punching forces, right, shear. So here where you will come to know about this bending moment, shear force, and these deflections and all these things, tell me. Again, strength of materials only will be giving input for them now. Without the knowledge of this strength of materials, so you do not know what is shear force, what is bending moment. Can you able to define a bridge? Can you able to design a bridge in this bridge? Can you able to design the elements of a bridge? Tell me. It is impossible. It is very, 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 very impossible, you can say. Is not? Is that no? Now here if you just observe this water resources structures, right? So water related structures also, what is that you are having? That dams you can say. What is that you are having? If you just observe, this are dams, you can say. So whenever you are finding these dams, right? Okay, Karen Shruti. Whenever you are having these dams, first of all, regarding the dams, what we should know? Tell me. We should know what are the movements it is creating. Na? So that is your dam, you can say. So this is your water. So whether this water force is creating, right? What is that water force is creating? You can say it is creating some overturning about this toe. About this toe point, there is a possibility of this overturning of your dam can occur or not. We have to check whether it is capable of resisting this overturning or not, right? For that, what is that we need to do? Sum of these resisting moments must be greater than or equal to sum of these overturning moments, right? So that moment, bending moment, right? Again, how can you get from them? Without knowing the strength of materials basics, can you able to understand this? No, we cannot be able to understand this. Is not? And this is your P and this is your friction acting. If you just observe that is sliding, to avoid this sliding also, friction must be greater than this F, and will be using some factor of safety. Again, to understand what is a factor of safety, first we should know what is the strength of materials basics. Now, without knowing the basics of this strength of materials, right? Can you go for this? Isn't it? Isn't it? So you have to be careful, right? Every subject, okay? Every subject, if you just wanted to know what is it, strength of materials is very important or not? Definitely, right? So strength of materials subject is very important, you can say, if you just observe, right? As now here, whenever you are going for this water related also, that water storages will be going for. So here these dams and bunding you are doing, and also which kind of structures will be doing. So and this environmental also, whenever you are going for this environmental engineering also, so this is sewage structures we are doing now. So no, sewage structures will be constructing or not? Sewage related structures, right? Water treatment plants, is not? In all these things, if you just observe, sewage structures or this water supply and this water treatment plants, water supply and this water treatment plants, if you just observe, right? So whenever you are going for this water supply and this water treatment plants also, suppose just a small example I'll tell you. Water supply, how they will be doing? They will be doing in the form of pipes, no? Yes or no? These concrete pipes, that steel pipes, right? Everything they are doing. No? So now, if you wanted to understand the behavior of these pipes under this water supply conditions, right? With what pressure you are sending the water, and whether they will be safe or not, right? What is the thickness we have to select? What is the material we have to select? Again, this is obtained from this pressure vessels of your strength of materials only, no? Without knowing the concepts of this pressure vessels, right? Without knowing the concepts of this pressure vessels, right? What is it you can do? Can we able to understand this? Can we able to construct this? No, it's impossible. It's impossible, you can say, right? Yes, now in this water treatment plants also, that grid chambers, right? Many chambers we are constructing, na? This box also you are selecting, you can select list for example, right? So for the storage of this water and for many purposes. So for this purpose also, right, what we should know? We should understand the behavior of this structure now. Whenever water is filled completely under this, whenever you are doing that any coagulation treatment or any treatment, whatever the treatment, we should understand how much force that water is applying and whether this thickness of this uh, box is suitable or not, right? We have to check it now. How again, how can you get those details? Only by understanding that strength of materials, right? Is not only by understanding that strength of materials, you can say, right? Now in case of this geotechnical also, if you just observe, what is in case of this geotechnical, you can say applications of this strength of materials in which one? This geotechnical, right? You can find these applications or you don't find any applications of this, tell me. You can find or you don't find anywhere. You can find it definitely, na? Yes or no? You can find its applications definitely, you can say, right? Yes, na? So now, first of all, what is it you can say? This geotechnical engineering, that earthquake geotechnical plus this structural engineering together, if you just consider, na, geotechnical engineering and this structures together, if you consider, na, so what is that you can say? This is earthquake analysis, we can go. So again, for this earthquake analysis and design also, what is that we should know? Earthquake analysis and design also, right? We'll be designing everything for this shear force, bending moment, and we'll be checking that elasticity, ductility, everything only, right? Again, we should know the basics of this strength of materials, if you just observe. And whenever you are going for this retaining walls or this retaining structures, soil retaining structures, na? Yes or no? Soil retaining structures, when you are going for this. So these are soil retaining structures, right? What is that we need to have? Again, the same conditions as that of your, which one? This is a dam, we should check it, right? Is not? That shear key will be providing, right? For which purpose? If you just observe, to avoid this sliding, na? So this is where soil will be applying pressure, active earth pressure, and this active earth pressure and this passive earth pressure, you can say, is not? Same way. So this is your pressure PA or this PS, whatever it is, right? So suppose if you are having soil this side also, right, what is it you can say? This is also applying some amount of pressure. So now this is your toe of this retaining wall. About this, whether it will be subjected to this overturning or not, we have to check it enough. So whether it is safe in overturning or we have to check it or not. Some of the resisting moments of this overturning must be greater than which one? This sum of this overturning moments, right? So this P will be greater than which one? This P should not be greater than this friction, right? This friction will be acting in this opposite direction. So now everywhere, and in case of this foundations also, if you just observe, whenever you are designing these foundations or whenever you are analyzing these foundations, right, what is that you can say? This is your column, you can say, and this is your foundation. Here you will be designing this foundation will be designed as a slab only, no, considering that bending moment only, and considering which one, this one way shear and this two way shear, that punching shear, na? So again, for this understanding this shear, that strength of materials concepts are required. So is the strength of materials leaving you anywhere or it is not leaving you anywhere? It is not at all leaving you anywhere in any subject, in any application, right? Now here if you are structures, if you consider, you can say, so whenever you are considering these structures, na, right, what is that we should know? We should know the axial forces in this, definitely. For the columns we should find out these axial forces, and for the beams we have to find out this shear force and this bending moments, right? How can you get all these things? Tell me. For any construction, right, any, whether it is a steel building construction or RCC building construction or wooden construction, any metallic construction or any construction you take, without the basics of this strength of materials, can we able to, right, without the basics of this strength of materials, right, can we able to calculate the design forces for this? It's impossible to calculate the design forces, absolutely, isn't it? It is impossible to calculate the design forces, right? And it's impossible to analyze, it's impossible to provide this service, whether it is a commercial building, residential building, right, whatever it is a type of building, you can say, is not? So now strength of materials is a very, 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 very important subject which is having its applications in all. So here in the rigid pavement analysis also, right, what is it you are doing? Tell me. That pavement analysis also, that calculation of this stresses. So that first of all, what is that stress? For understanding the nature of this stresses, you should know the concept of, basic concept of this applied load and this resistance, the difference between them, resisting profile and this deflected profile. These are all the things we should know or not? How can you know from them? Again, we will take the knowledge of this strength of materials only. Is not? So can you say any subject or any civil engineering applications which is not having this strength of materials basics usage? every civil engineering application is having this strength of materials application. So can we neglect strength of materials? No. So you should be perfectly know about this strength of materials. That's why I am starting a full length plus course, right? That plus course I am starting on which one? Plus course on this strength of materials I am starting. From where you can say? From this 7th onwards, right? 7, 6, 24. Every day classes will be commencing at which one? This 8:30 p.m. Okay. So that enrollment link, you can just scan this QR code, right? So this is a QR code, you just scan to enroll, right? So how can you scan, sir? Any scanning application you can go for, right? Or simply you go where na Google Lens, right? Just in your mobile you search Lens, Google Lens, and you just open that camera, right? You just keep on this, right? Then it will be scanning, it will be giving the link corresponding to that, right? Enrollment link for which one? This strength of materials, right? You just scan this QR code and enroll for this, and I'll see you on from 7th onwards, that is tomorrow onwards at 8:30 p.m. right? Like that. Thank you. Hope we'll meet in that strength of materials plus course. So inform to everyone, because the strength of materials is very important subject. You can never neglect this subject. Okay, that's right. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Enroll for this and join me on 7th June 2024. Right.